Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a recipe for molasses crinkles. These are kind of a soft, spicy, raisiny cookie, and I usually end up making them around the holidays. They're very, very delicious. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is combine 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to mix in 2 teaspoons of baking soda and some spices. I've got 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to whisk those together. And now we can go on to combining our wet ingredients. Okay, I'm using the electric mixer for this part of the recipe. I've got 3/4 of a cup of softened butter. That's a stick and a half. And I'm going to cream that with 1 cup of packed brown sugar. You want the sugar to dissolve into the butter, so let it cream until it's nice and fluffy. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of molasses. That's what gives it that nice dark gingerbready flavor. And 1 egg. And we'll just beat that again until it's fluffy. Now I'm going to add in the flour mixture that we already made. That's our flour and our spices. Just going to do that gradually so it doesn't fly all over the kitchen. Now I'm going to put the mixer on really low and just stir in 1 1/4 cups of raisins. You're going to want to refrigerate this dough for about 30 minutes before you go on to making the cookies. Okay, it's been 30 minutes and the dough is chilled now. It just makes it easier to work with. Now what you're going to do is make 1 1/2 inch balls on your cookie sheet. So I like to use a small ice cream scoop and scoop out a whole bunch of them. Like that. This makes a lot of cookies. Once I've done that, then I roll them in my hands, and you want to just roll the balls in some granulated sugar. Then you put them on the greased cookie sheet, and what I like to do is just flatten them a little bit with the bottom of a glass, just because they don't spread too much. And I'll continue on with the whole tray. We're going to bake these at 375 degrees for about 12 to 14 minutes. And you want the edges to be cooked and the centers are still like a little bit soft. Here's the first batch out of the oven. You can see they kind of crack and crinkle on top and sparkle with the sugar. They're so delicious. Let them cool for 2 minutes on the pan and then remove them to cool completely on the rack. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy your molasses crinkles.